Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into Day 8 of the 90 Days of AI Solution Engineering Challenge. Whether you're a student, a seasoned software engineer, or just jumping into your AI journey, today is all about transforming you from a frustrated prompt guesser into a highly intentional AI director. We're going to completely master the architecture of the perfect AI prompt. Here's our game plan for today. We'll tackle the bad AI myth, break down the 5-part prompting formula, compare zero-shot and few-shot prompting, look at weak versus strong prompts, and wrap up with common mistakes plus a ready-to-use template. Let's get right to it. Starting off with Section 1, the bad AI myth. You know that universal frustration we all hit early on? Seriously, have you ever fired off a prompt and gotten back something so robotic or utterly unhelpful that you just thought, is this stuff completely overhyped? Like you ask for a simple debugging fix or a marketing email, and the output is just a convoluted mess. It's incredibly annoying. Well, here's the reality check. The AI isn't actually failing. We're just giving it terrible instructions. Look, these models are absolute powerhouse prediction engines, but they're not mind readers. If you feed them half-baked, vague ideas, they literally have to guess what you want. Poor prompts equal poor results. It's your classic case of garbage in, garbage out. Which brings us to Section 2, the 5-part formula. This is where we flip the script and start doing real AI solution engineering. A good prompt is like giving clear instructions to a new employee. I love this quote because it completely shifts your mindset. Treat your AI like a brilliant, eager, but totally clueless new hire on their very first day. If you just walk up and say, hey, write a business report, they're going to freeze, or worse, hand you something completely irrelevant. They absolutely need specific, detailed guidance to succeed. So how do we manage this virtual new hire? We use an actionable 5-part formula to guarantee we get what we want every single time. Role, context, task, format, and constraints. Lock these 5 elements together and you're no longer just rolling the dice. You are engineering a guaranteed solution. Let's break these down. First up is role. By telling the AI exactly who it needs to be, you instantly set the baseline expertise. Instead of acting like a generic chatbot, it adopts the vocabulary and knowledge of a specific pro. Telling it you are an experienced HR manager or you are a senior full-stack engineer literally transforms the entire flavor and depth of the response you're going to get. Next, we have context. This is like giving that new hire the background scoop on your company so their work actually makes sense for your specific situation. Without context, the AI just makes assumptions, and trust me, those assumptions are almost always wrong. Saying, our company has 500 employees and we're hiring software engineers anchors the AI in your reality. It gives it the why behind the task. Third is the task. This is the actual assignment. Here's where you need to use precise action verbs. Don't just lazily say, do something with this data. Tell it to summarize, create, compare, analyze, or extract. The sharper your verb, the sharper the execution. Fourth is format, and honestly, this one gets overlooked way too often. If you need a structured JSON file for a dev project or a bulleted outline for a pitch, you have to explicitly say so. Otherwise, it just defaults to a standard 5-paragraph essay. Ask for a table, an email, or a LinkedIn post, and it will map the data out perfectly for you. And finally, constraints. These are your guardrails. They dictate the tone, the audience, or even a strict word count. You could say, keep this under 300 words, use a professional tone, or avoid technical jargon because the audience is high schoolers. Constraints keep the AI from wandering off into the weeds. Now, check out how all 5 of these puzzle pieces snap together into one cohesive, highly intentional instruction. You are an HR manager. There's your role. Our company has 500 employees, hiring engineers. That's the context. Write an email to candidates, the task. Use bullet points, the format. Keep it under 200 words, the constraints. Boom. The AI knows exactly what to do, how to do it, and who it's for. Zero room for misinterpretation. Moving into Section 3, zero-shot versus few-shot prompting. Let's see how we can actually train the AI right inside the prompt. So zero-shot prompting is what pretty much every beginner does. You hand over the instructions cold with 0 previous examples and just cross your fingers. It's totally fine for super simple tasks, but when you get into complex logic or highly specific formatting, zero-shot usually falls flat. Few-shot prompting, though, absolute game changer. This is where you give the AI a couple of practical examples of what good work looks like before asking for the real output. Think of it like showing a dev 2 pristine examples of well-commented Python code before they start writing a new script for you. Give the AI those input-output pairs, and your quality will completely skyrocket. All right, Section 4, weak versus strong prompts. Let's look at the ultimate side-by-side comparison to see the real power of this framework. When you stack a vague prompt up against a highly engineered one, it is completely obvious why one yields garbage and the other strikes gold. Type "write about AI," and you're getting a snooze fest of an encyclopedic dump. But look at the strong version. You are an AI instructor. Write a beginner-friendly LinkedIn post explaining AI agents. Use simple language, include one real-world example, under 250 words. The difference in output quality there is literally night and day. Finally, Section 5, mistakes and a reusable template. Before we close out this explainer, let's run through a few common traps and get you a playbook you can use today. You definitely want to avoid these massive blunders: being too vague, dropping the context, forgetting your target audience, or leaving the format up to chance. Those are huge. But honestly, the most dangerous mistake: blindly trusting the AI's output without double-checking it. Remember, AI can and will hallucinate facts. It's your assistant, not an all-knowing oracle. You are the director, so always verify the final cut. I highly suggest you grab a screenshot of this template right now. Keep it handy on your desktop. Before you fire off your next message to an AI, mentally check off these 5 boxes: role, context, task, output format, and constraints. The best part? The structure is universal. Whether you're in ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Copilot, or Perplexity, this exact architecture is the skeleton key to unlocking all of them. As we wrap up Day 8, here's my challenge to you. Look back at the very last prompt you wrote that gave you a terrible result. How would you rewrite it right now using this 5-part formula? Try it out. I guarantee you'll be amazed at the difference. Tomorrow we'll be back for Day 9's explainer, where we'll dig into prompting pitfalls and a ready-to-use pattern library. Until then, step up as the director and start engineering those perfect solutions.